Hi guys. Okay, so I am back from my very first video. This one I really want to talk about just some different events I've gone to, a little bit more about some squishy mail, some special squishy mail, and so just more like stuff. 2 weeks ago, I went to the Southeastern Animal Fiber Festival, SAFF, and I had an awesome time there. This is their brochure, and I apologize, everything is backwards, but that's just the way it goes. So, SAFF is here in Asheville, North Carolina. We host it at the Ag Center, which is kind of south of here. It's huge. It's like Rhinebeck of the South, I guess. I've never been to Rhinebeck, but the pictures and the discussions about Rhinebeck sounded very similar to SAFF. So this was the first year I got to go, and this will not be the last year I got to go. I spent way too much money, but I got some really awesome stuff. So I wanted to show you guys and feature some of our local Western North Carolina artists, but also just in general some let's not so widely known artists, and also one very widely known artist. Alright, we'll start with the local artists. No, I want to save them for the end. We're going to start with the well-known artist. So, I was seeing a whole bunch of pictures and posts about Rhinebeck on this Knit and Chat group that I'm a part of on Facebook. And one of the most popular booths, I think, was the Miss Babs booth. And she was at SAFF. So I purchased a couple things from her. I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. And I haven't done anything with any of this yarn yet. I haven't had time. But I'm pretty excited about what I got from her, and I can see what all the fuss is about. It's good quality yarn. It's my kitty cat is coughing over here. You okay, Grims? You okay? Okay. I think he's okay. Anyway, so Miss Babs is this really awesome. Yeah, she had a really awesome booth, and she had great customer service, and I was very impressed with everything there. So I purchased a couple of her Yowza line. These are 4-ply, light worsted weight, 100% superwash merino, and each of these is 560 yards. So I'm super excited. Very squishy, very nice. So this one is called Adobe, and it's a really pretty rose color. So I thought maybe a shawl, maybe some socks, maybe just a pillow, I don't know. And this one there's a pair of socks in here, maybe a hat, and I don't know. This one is called Perfectly Reckless, and I'm so excited for this because the colors in here, they're just really awesome. So I'm excited to see what this knits up as. If anybody has knit with this and wants to post some pictures of the finished product, I would love to see what this looks like as anything. So these are from Miss Babs, and also you get a little stitch marker. I don't know if you can see it. A little stitch marker with each purchase. So, kind of cool. So there's that. The next person I bought from was Sheepish Creations, and they are based, I'm actually not sure where they're based. I don't know. They have a website, sheepishcreations.com. They also have an Etsy store, so check them out. And they are, in my previous video I talked a lot about Darn Good Yarn and how they're fair trade, and they do a lot of good. So this is also fair trade. so I'm going to look more into them and see what they're all about. But this is some silk yarn. It's a very light fingering weight, and it's beautiful colors. I don't know, one of them was 265 yards, the other was 298 yards. So they're saying this is like over 500 yards, which I kind of find that hard to believe. But I don't know, it's a smaller weight, so I don't know, we'll see. But I'm at least thinking this could be a pair of socks or some really nice fingerless mitts. So there's that. And I've kind of thrown this around so it's maybe become a little bit tangled, but I also bought some recycled silk yarn, hand-spun silk yarn. And I don't know, this is fun. So I have no idea what I'm going to do with any of it, but it's just really pretty, and I love how rich the colors are, and I like how it feels. It's very, I don't know, it's very Asheville. So I'm not sure, I do some arm knitting, so I may feature this type of yarn in my arm knitting, because I would consider it kind of an art yarn. But yeah, so, and this is 3 different hanks of, maybe 4, 1, 2, yeah, 3 different hanks of yarn. So it's beautiful. I love it. Yeah. If you've done anything with this type of yarn and would like to post either links to patterns or pictures of the finished project, I would love to see them, because I've honestly, I haven't knit with anything like this before, but I've seen, like, Darn Good Yarn has some really great patterns and ideas on their website, but if you've done anything with it, shout out. The next place, I'm going to grab the bag. Everything I've gotten in the past couple weeks is like all laid out beside me here. It's a lot. Okay, so I went to Fluffy U Fiber Farm, and I liked this place, and this was one of the first places I went into in the vendor warehouse. This place was crazy. Because they are your ultimate sheep to needle or animal to needle type of company, type of organization. They raise their animals, they spin their own yarn, they dye their own yarn. They do everything from start to finish. And it was really cool because they were able to say, oh yeah, this yarn is from, you know, Hokey the sheep, or this is from one of her lambs, and it's, yeah, I don't know, I like, you know, the concept of that. So you get a really cool little project bag with your purchase. I got some wool. It's dyed some really pretty pastel colors. And this is 480 yards. It's 80% wool and a 20% nylon blend. Thinking this will make a nice, I don't know, a nice scarf or something. But it's really nice. Feels really good. And this, like, I've told my partner Derek that I want goats. I've told him I want ducks, but, you know, someday when I have my wonderful little mini farm, I'm going to have some Angora rabbits, because ultimately I would like to learn how to spin. And if I can sit with this chilled out rabbit on my lap as I'm pulling the fiber from him and spinning it directly into the wheel, Like, my day is made. I would be in heaven. And if this is the result, and if this is the softness that I have to suffer through, I'm okay. Because this is, like, so soft. Like, it's amazing. It's only 12 yards, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. I've heard that it's also kind of messy to knit with. But I'll just have to deal with it, because, I mean, I wish you could feel this. It's, oh god, it's amazing. And it's natural, there's no dye on it. The woman that I spoke with said that she's actually dyed this with, she's dyed some with Kool-Aid, and it's come out to be some really interesting colors. This is, like I said, 12 yards. She said this is from 2 sheddings of 1 rabbit. So, you know, they're hairy little guys, but they're also itty-bitty guys, so you don't really get a whole lot, which is why you gotta have like 3 to 5 rabbits. Nothing wrong with that. So, Fluffy U Fiber Farm. They are based out of Dover, Pennsylvania. So if you want to check them out, let me check and see. They have a website, Fluffy U, and it's just the letter U. So fluffyufiberfarm.com. But yeah, I would highly recommend them. These are all the animals they have. Super nice people. They said they were not at Rhinebeck. I think they were trying to get into Rhinebeck, but they weren't there yet. But they're kind of up in that area, so check them out. Maybe on your drive home or drive to. Alright. Now we're going to get into the local artists. I went to SAFF and I was like, I don't know if I want to buy local, especially like 2 of my favorite local yarn stores had booths there, and I was thinking, you know, anything I can get at these booths, I can just go in and get at the shop any day of the week. So I stayed away from those for the most part, but I did support a couple of our local fiber artists because, as most of you probably know, it's incredibly hard to make a living in this field, especially nowadays, because I don't know, some people would consider knitting maybe a dying art, but it's obviously not, because there's a very large community connected to it. So, gotta support our local artists. These are from an artist named Kim. She owns Easy Knits. They have a website, easyknits.com. These are 55% mohair and, well, I think these are 100% mohair. Let me see. Yeah, these are mohair. These are hand painted, and they're just, again, I kind of gravitated towards these pastel colors in a variety of booths, but it's just a beautiful, very soft yarn. These are definitely going to be some fingerless mitts. I have a plan, and I have a pattern for them. She gave me a couple of patterns to try out. One of them is some fingerless gloves and a scarf. The knitted cross-stitch scarf. I don't know if these are on Ravelry, but I may test these out and ask her if I could possibly post them for her or figure out a way if they work out. So there's those, easyknits.com. She's based in Swannanoa, North Carolina. And the next one, this is one of the booths that I went overboard in, but I'm okay with that. Okay. It's like piling up. So this is from Bovita Yarn Shop and Sheep Farm in Mars Hill. I don't know if you can see it. So they're north of here. I'm in Candler, so they're a little bit northeast, but they're probably half an hour, 45 minutes away. The lady that I bought from was like super, super nice. She was really sweet, and she said they don't have a website. They're not like super into technology right now, but I'm excited to. I was very happy to support them, and I'm excited to kind of support them and get to know them in the future too. So check them out. So some of this is they were actually selling, but they didn't actually spin it or make it themselves, but some of it they did. So I bought all of this in their sale rack. This is all like the last of the colorway, but I couldn't pass it up because the colors are beautiful. This is like a coral, it kind of looks orangey on camera, but it's a very beautiful like coral color. It's called Bittersweet. This is 100% wool. It's 210 yards of 2-ply worsted. I don't know. It's nice. It feels like it's gonna be a very warm pair of mittens, I think. And these are also, this color is, gray. Medium sheep gray, must be a natural color. But same fiber, same yardage. But yeah, this is just like, and then this one is a natural white medium gray, and it's, I don't know, I thought it was a good match for these two, so these will be something together. But they're super nice. I have a pair of wool socks. They've kind of become my house socks in the cold weather, and they're this color and this fiber, so I might be making another pair when when I tear out the heel of my current pair. So, like I said, that's from their farm that they made themselves, but they were also selling some Lustra yarn, which is from Peru. So this is half Peruvian wool and half tencel. It's 197 yards. I got 2 of these beautiful, like super soft, metallic-y blue. And I also got like a red and blue, like, I don't know, it's shiny, but it's also a very subtle muted tone, but it's gorgeous. So, and they actually had this color, it was a gold color, and it was so lustrous and soft and beautiful. I was like, that's Rumpelstiltskin yarn right there. It was great. So that was SAFF. Happens every year, end of October. Next year it is the 28th, 29th, and 30th. So if you finish at Rhinebeck and want to come down and spend a week or 2 weeks in Asheville, North Carolina, it would be a beautiful drive. You get to see all the wonderful leaves, the fruity pebbles of the Appalachian forest. But yeah, it was a great festival. I only went one day, but I had a lot of fun. So, and I will be saving my money for next year because you can definitely spend a pretty penny there. So next thing I want to talk about in this video is I had a birthday last week, and I got a couple things that I wanted to point out and do a shout out to a couple people. So first off, I want to say thank you to my partner Derek for this beautiful yarn bowl that he got me. It's actually not supposed to be a yarn bowl, I guess. It is we are repurposing it, or upcycling, whatever you want to call it, to be a yarn bowl, but this is actually like an Asian noodle bowl, and this part here, it's like a slot, and the holes on the side are where you would put your chopsticks. So we found this at an antique store for about 20 bucks, and it was between this, a candle holder, a teapot, or a planter that had two holes on the side, which I may go back and get that one because it was kind of cool too. But yeah, so if you're not having any luck finding yarn bowls, antique stores, and this is awesome. So yeah, there's that. So thank you, Derek. Next, my mom calls me and she's like, what do you want for your birthday? And I said, well, get me something with yarn. And my mom quilts. She doesn't knit, so she has no idea what... Sorry, I'm on call right now. My phone's going to be going off like crazy. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, so she sent me all this stuff. Well, okay. So, there's a local yarn store in my hometown of Winfield, Kansas called iYarn. Their website is iyarn.biz. They carry a lot of very nice quality yarn and supplies. So I wanted her to get me something from there and also try and seek out some local fiber artists. Unfortunately, there aren't any local fiber artists there selling their stuff, but my mom did enlist one of her best friends, Dari, to be her personal shopper for me, and she went and got me some really awesome stuff at my hometown's local yarn shop, iYarn. So thank you very much, Dari, and thank you, Mom, for gifting me with some awesome stuff. So I'm going to show that to you now. Okay, so first off, here's the card. It's really cute. It says, it's your birthday, so take it easy. Relax. Wear a bucket on your head. Whatever. But yeah. So, first off, before this was even sent out, iYarn actually sent me a gift pattern on Ravelry for a cowl to use with Juniper Moon Farm yarn. So that was really cool. And it was kind of cool because it was like, oh, okay, so I'm getting this cowl pattern, looking at the fiber weight and everything. I was able to kind of, you know, guess at what was coming in the box. So I'm assuming that some of the yarn in here is intended or suggested for that pattern. So I got a pair of Haya bamboo needles. This will be my first pair of bamboo needles that I'm very excited for. And yeah, these are 24 inch. And yeah, I'm super excited. Haya needles come very highly recommended from a lot of knitters that I've talked to. So yeah, we'll see how they go. And these actually have a fingerless mitts pattern to use with these. So there we go. Okay, so these, I got 3 skeins of Juniper Moon Farm Moonshine. This is 40% alpaca, 40% wool, and 20% silk. And these are 197 yards, 100 grams. And so yeah, it's this beautiful gray, almost like a tweedy or a heather gray color. It's gorgeous, and it's really, really soft. So this is awesome. Thank you. This is what will probably be used to make that cowl. Also, I got some Cascade yarns. This is 100% baby alpaca, so I may need to add an alpaca to my list of farm animals in the future, even though they're like uber expensive. But this is also very soft, and it's, again, like a beautiful mossy green, and it's got a little bit of, looks like a red or a coppery orange, and there's also like some blues in there. So it's a really pretty blended colorway. I like it a lot, and it's really soft. So soft. Okay, and I also got candy, which I'm getting kind of hungry, so I may have that with my very late lunch. So thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dari. I really, really appreciate that. And yeah, so check out iYarn store, either on their website, iyarn.biz, or on Facebook. They're also on Ravelry. We are now friends on Ravelry, so check them out. Okay, so that was my yarn haul for, gosh, for the month of November. I can't spend any more money on yarn this month, and this is only the second week of November. Okay, yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. My next video, I'm going to talk about some of the works in project that I'm working on. And some of the projects I'm working on. I'm not, my whips. Because it is Whip Wednesday, so I want to maintain that. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and give me some feedback. Let me know how this is. You know, this was kind of a special one because it was a little more squishy mail than anticipated. So that's, yeah, but yeah, let me know if you're liking these. If you're not, I can certainly stop doing them if you don't like them. I'm kind of doing this for my enjoyment, but at the same time, I like attention. So, yeah, I love your feedback. Bye!